Welcome back. Roads carry at least 80% of goods across Africa. Large trucks loaded with food and beverage items traversing the continent. And yet land infrastructure in Africa remains an issue for the movement of goods. Now, if a truck carrying oranges, for instance, travels from Egypt to South Africa, it has to cross at least 6 borders, taking around a week. KPMG says that in Africa, transportation costs are on average 50 to 175% higher than other parts of the world due to poor infrastructure. And in some African countries, it can take up to 1,600 documents just to cross a border. Now, a solution to these problems could be an app that you can have on your phone. Every day, truck driver Fuad Hagag delivers thousands of food products and appliances across Egypt. It's usually a tough job with many items to load, long waiting times and forms to fill out. Now, Fuad has a new app that could solve his day-to-day challenges. It's called Trailer. Trailer puts Fuad directly in touch with shippers, helping secure more deliveries and reducing the long paper trail. The platform is the brainchild of Omar Hagras. He left his job at Uber in 2019, inspired to launch an app of his own that would one day transform the trucking sector.
The way to think about this is to think of us as Uber for trucks, where we can be on demand and we can go on schedule. The marketplace amalgamates between the demand and the supply we're getting. In this case, our supply are truck drivers and demand are bigger customers. The shipping lines, the fast-moving goods, the manufacturing companies, they insert all their loads, and then this is how it appears on the carrier app. So if I'm a truck driver, I'm going to see all these loads. Let's say I like this load. So I click on it, and then I request the load.
Starting out in the Middle East and North Africa, the company is now looking into the long-haul sector with an even bigger roadmap.
Africa is the biggest opportunity in the world now. Everyone knows that if you invest in Africa now, in 10 years' time, your money is going to be well worth it. But we also have plans to grow across East Africa and West Africa in the next 18 months.
Trailer also digitizes and simplifies border paperwork, and Africa seems the ideal market to grow.
These are countries where you have a lot of cross-border transactions happening between countries and neighboring countries. So for us, this ticks a very important criteria.
Facilitating cross-border transactions and trade is key for the continent, and Trailer is not the only company tackling that. Other startups like Swift, Nakla and Kobo 360 are tapping into the $130 billion transport and logistics market.
You want to make it faster, because the faster it happens, then means the faster or the bigger the trade volumes are. As simple as that. Things becomes easier, travel becomes easier, trade becomes easier, economies grow together, and economies work to enable each other together, not versus against each other. So the bottom line here, it's a combination of what startups can bring on board, the governments can bring on board, and how to make this transaction a seamless one.
As trade continues to rise across the African continent, big food and beverage corporations like Coca-Cola, Armour Group and Yara International have already signed up for the app. With the AfCFTA set to reduce tariffs, Hagras believes there are even more opportunities for his business to thrive.
The African trade agreements is a good step towards enabling these transactions, and by doing so, then our solution works even better.
Better for Hagras and better for Fuad, who could soon get more goods and deliveries across Africa too.